Hello everybody, this is Roro and this is Roro Rants. Today this video is not about a rant. Today's video is going to be a tour of my sewing room. I've seen that many people who sew give tours of their sewing rooms to give people ideas of how to be organized and how to organize their sewing room. Well, for me, this is going to be a video to try to get other people to give me some hints on how I can be more organized. Now, I know I've done some videos in the past on when I'm in my sewing room, but really the only thing I've shown is this part right here, which is my desk here that has my serger and my sewing machine and my dress form right here, and my painting right here, which is from the Flea Shaker collection that I got in Oklahoma. But I've never really showed the rest of my sewing room. So here goes. We're going to do a tour of the rest of the sewing room. So this ought to be fun. Okay. Here is a table that there's a cutting table under there somewhere. This is a pile of clothes that I got when I went up to Connecticut to visit my mom about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And my niece works in a shop that makes plus size clothing, and they throw away the samples. So she's given me a bunch of the samples, which are really nice. There's nothing really wrong with them. So I can either, well, where's the other one? There was another one that was really pretty. Here it is. So there's, I could either wear them or I could make something out of them, or wear them as is. So, and some of this other stuff is old projects that I was working on before I went to Connecticut. And I just left them here and I haven't sewn because this room is such a mess. I really can't get at anything. Over here we have a dress that I was working on about maybe a couple years ago, and I just hung it up there because when I was taking a picture or video one day, the light from the sun, even with the blinds, was just too strong. I needed something to block it. So I hung that up there and I never really finished it. Then moving on, we have my printer. And then we have this plotter that I bought on eBay for about $200. Now these wide plotters go for about $2,000, but I got a really good deal on it, except that I can't get it to work. Now it's been a couple of years now that it's been sitting here, and all I've been able to do is print a test page, which I figure if I can print a test page, then it must work. But my husband insists that it's junk and wants to throw it away, and I am not ready to give up on it. Anyway, here I have my iron, and I also have a mirror here because I put my makeup on in here. Because this room, I have a vanity in my bedroom, but I hardly use it. I use it for my hair, but not for my makeup, because there's a big fan in this room and I get hot flashes, and I often sit in this room just in front of that fan just to cool off. So when I'm hot and I want to cool off, I do my makeup in here. Here's a shirt that I washed and I have to iron for my son. He's 27 years old, but he has to go to a wedding and he doesn't own an iron. So I was going to iron that, but my iron broke. So I have to go buy a new iron. That is a box with all kinds of crafts to make jewelry with, to do beading. It's sitting up here because I was looking for something, and I don't know. That's not where it's supposed to go. Anyway, everything is just a mess. Down there are some patterns and things. And there's a couple boxes here. Because there was one box about 3 years ago, a friend of my nephew in Nepal sent me this really nice fabric, and I haven't really made much with it yet. There's this really nice tie-dye fabric. I think it's something like 4 yards of each or something. It's a lot of fabric. This one I think I made a few things out of. I made a pair of pants, like sleep pants out of it. And then the other one is pink with the blue bandana. So those are really nice, but I just haven't gotten around to making anything. And then he sent a whole big box of clothes that he gets at the market for really cheap. These really cool long skirts and pants, and I've given a few of these pairs of pants away, and I got one of the sweatshirts that I wear and given some away. So anyway, those two boxes have been sitting there for years. And I just don't have any room for them because where I usually store all my fabric and stuff is right here in this closet. And as you can see, this storage system that I have in this closet does not work because what I was doing is putting the fabric and clothing. I do upcycling. That's why it's clothing and fabric mixed, but it's all in these plastic bags up there, supposed to be on that shelf. And what ends up happening is it's disorganized and I don't know what is in what bag. And when I'm looking for something, I just empty it all over the floor and then we end up with this. Fabric all over the floor, all over the inside of the closet and all over here. And this thing right here has some notions in it, but is really disorganized and I have to go through it. Some of those bags are actually projects that I started and never finished. I have a lot of tops and dresses that have no sleeves and they're pretty much done, except I need to put sleeves on them. And I don't wear sleeveless, so I have to put sleeves on them. When I first started sewing, I wasn't good at making sleeves, and so I did a lot of projects, and then when I got to the sleeves, I just gave up. So anyway, so that stuff is a mess. There's projects in there. There's also projects. There's a bin in the closet full of unfinished projects. Things that I started and just never finished. There are some notions on the side there, but the worst part is there's a bunch of stuff on this floor here. Why is there a blow dryer in here? I must have done my hair in here too. Oh God. All these patterns, and as you can see, my crocheting, everything is like all over the floor here. And the reason for that was my car was in the shop. This was like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And all my shopping bags were in the car, in the shop. My husband didn't take them out when he dropped the car off. So I needed shopping bags one day, and I was in a rush, and I just came in here, and I got these bags that I used, like I had that bag when I had all my patterns in, and then I had another little bag that I had all my crocheting and stuff in, and I just dumped them out on the floor and took the bags, and I've never cleaned it up. So this is really a mess. This room is horrible, and I mean, this is a very honest, this is a very honest video. Oh, under the table, there's a few things. That is a sewing kit, and this does have threads. I mean, it's not organized, but it does, this part is organized, but the bottom of it is just kind of a mess. And then, oh, I dropped some stuff. I don't want to drop things on this floor because this floor probably hasn't been vacuumed in about a month since I got all that stuff all over the floor. Oh, there's a neck brace here. I don't know why that's there. And then back there is that organizer that I bought about 3 or 4 years ago, but I've never hung it up because I just don't have anywhere to put it. Why is there a thing of sulky down there? Fabric. Oh, God. Anyway, this is about as messy. If you have a sewing room that's messier than mine, I dare you to make a video about it and post it in response. Nothing important. Pattern paper, some boxes, an exercise bra. I don't know why that's there. What is down here? Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is a bag of vape stuff. I don't know if you've seen my other videos. You know that I vape. All these bottles of juice and old tanks and stuff that I don't know whether to just throw them in the garbage or if I should recycle them. And if I recycle them, I have to wash them all out and get all the juice out of them. So anyway, the good news is I now have this extra room. I have a whole extra closet here, and I already put some bags of stuff in there, and I'm going to get some organizers to hang stuff up there. Why is there a witch's hat in there? I don't know. So anyway, this is my big messy sewing room, and I'll leave it at that. When I get organized, I'll make another video if I ever get organized. Thanks. Bye.